Did you know the very systems meant to protect us might be working against us? Today, we are unraveling another shocking chapter in our series, Corruption Unveiled, Exposing Judicial Collusion. Imagine being targeted, not protected, by the law. Judicial misconduct isn't just about a bad ruling or friction between officers of the court. It's a deeper, insidious web of corruption where lawyers, law enforcement, magistrates, mental health professionals, and even competing media interests form a silent agreement. Their goal: harm, detriment, loss, and all too often, irreversible consequences for one specific victim. Picture a human rights defender, someone who speaks out against atrocities or fights for the marginalized. Now imagine that person isn't celebrated as a hero, but instead becomes isolated, harassed, or even criminalized, all with the backing of an entire judicial network. This is the nightmarish reality we're exposing today. Collusion works exactly like a venomous spider constructing its web. Let's break this down. How does this web form? First, there's the abuse of office. A judge or magistrate bends ethical protocols, either willingly or due to external pressure. Then, law enforcement steps in, not to enforce justice, but to reinforce the already twisted narrative. Lawyers, key players in this machinery, either orchestrate misinformation or stay complicit in silence, prioritizing personal profit over truth. Add to this a sprinkle of mental health professionals, some of whom may issue unfounded evaluations to brand the victim as unstable. And then, the media swoops in, broadcasting skewed reports, serving rival interests, and concealing the real story from the public eye. This layered oppression isn't accidental. It's an intentional, calculated attack. All these players move like clockwork, ensuring that the targeted victim, often an advocate for change, is rendered ineffective, stigmatized, and worse, erased. The consequences are dire. People lose their freedoms, reputations, and sometimes everything they own. So who wins? The shadowy forces of unchecked power, operating under the facade of justice. You're probably wondering, how can this go unnoticed? Simple. Silence. Fear. People are hesitant to challenge a corrupt judiciary because the consequences are daunting. But today, that silence ends. We have the power to demand transparency and accountability. How can you help? Start conversations. Share this story. And remember, questioning authority isn't rebellion. It's responsibility. This isn't just a tale of corruption. It's a call to action. Are you ready to answer? Share your views below. What would you do if justice sought to destroy, not protect you? Let's talk.